All right, we have a Kenmoro 80 series washing machine that is making noise and it's not working. It's not spinning. Sounds like the gearbox. So we're going to diagnose and attempt to repair this washing machine. See what happens. What I do is empty all the water out. I use the pump on the machine. Put it on rinse, spin mode. Lift the button and push this. Empty all the water out. Then I went ahead and close those two valves off. And I'm also going to push rinse. Make it fill. Release the water pressure. Put it on off. Now I'm going to disconnect water hoses. Disconnect the plug. I turned the dryer on the side, hooked it up with an extension cord. I set the control to rinse, and I got the cover. So it's making the noise. So when I go here to inspect, I push the cover with my foot, and I find out that it's the coupling. The coupling between the box, the gearbox, and the motor. So that's what I need to replace. Now I have a part. Is a Whirlpool part number 285753. Moving the case. So we got the two screws out of here, and then we're going to pop this cover loose. And we have a screw over here. Same thing. Then we're going to slide this forward. And we flip it over. Now we have this clip. We take a screwdriver inside, grab the lip, fight it, and it comes right out. Remove the clips. Next, we're going to disconnect this clip. Just unlocking it. Putting it up. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to lift the cover, grab it in the middle here, pull our foot there and tilt it. And then we're going to lift it. that removes the body that easy. So these clips come off. The clip gets turned right here. And gets removed. Same thing with the bottom one. Now the pump pulls out and onto the side. Alright, next is the motor. We have these screws right here, and they're clips. They're pretty much similar clips. I'm gonna take this one out too, and we take those screws off, and that should release the motor. The next thing is the power. Push on this clip. And remove the clip, the electrical. We have a capacitor in here as well. We should be able to disconnect the motor without having to remove all of that. Same thing with these clips. They turn and they come out. Alright, motor should be loose. Just gonna pull on it. Here's the old coupling. It got all rounded out on the shaft on the motor end. Everything else seemed to be okay. Now they got this new piece here where they have a metal insert to prevent that from happening. And we get the bottom piece too. This one was okay, but we're going to replace the whole thing. Here's the new part. New pieces come with the metal insert to prevent that from happening again. Also, the plastic piece is fiber reinforced. So it's got this fiber in here. Fiber reinforced. So first thing, we're gonna put this piece in here. Okay, so we're gonna drive that in there a little bit better. For that we need both hands. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna use this nut driver extension. We're gonna put it in there. Just gonna. We want it flush with the shaft. Then we're gonna put this piece right in there. It doesn't matter which way it goes. and we're gonna turn it to where this hole is at 12 o'clock. So that's good right there. So when we put the motor, it's easier for us to encase the motor in there. Now we'll do the same thing with the other piece in the motor. Make sure it's flush. We don't want to drive it too much to where it's touching the motor. It will cause drag. You just make it to where it's flush with the shaft. Same thing. We're going to position this pin at 12 o'clock. And we're going to insert the motor. Now, make sure you have all the 4 grommets in there. All the 4 grommets are in there. This 4. Now motor's a little bit heavy, so do be careful with it. Okay, we're good. Now we start with the clips. Go ahead and clip the power back on. Put the pump back in there. Pump it's in there, motor's in place, everything is wired up. Okay. We want to make sure that we get underneath the front lip. So we push with our foot. Go underneath the front lip and then tilt forward. Okay. Push it in. Gonna put this connector back in here. Make sure these clips go back to where how they work. Clips. Make sure we clip this, move it over, put the screws back in there, and assemble everything again. In its original location, we hook up the cold water, hot water, and the power and the drain. Now we're going to test it out. Yeah, it's working. So we're good. Ready to back in business. Thank you guys for watching. Watch some of my other videos.